This is really great. Hello and welcome to another video. I'm here with Jessica and I'm so excited to see Jessica and to connect with her because she has an amazing story to tell, but also like a really great product. And I'm so glad we connected. And I really want just to start, Jessica, just a little bit, tell a little bit about you and what the awesome thing you created.
Thank you, Mona. It's really exciting to be here. I've really enjoyed getting to know you and what you're doing as well. So, yeah, I am Jessica Lunshof, and I created a company called Tamvoes, and really has nothing to do with my background, but it definitely I saw a need through my experiences and tackled that need and have a great team. Madison McVeigh is my co-founder as well. But the story behind Tamvoes is really the reason why we built this company. And I would love to get into that in more detail and provide you with the information as to how and why we're choosing to help people with this type of a platform and why the idea and concept really was developed.
Great. So what is Tamvoes? Like, what is it doing? What is it?
Yeah, so Tamvoes is a technology company. It is a platform, and the story behind it really stems from, well, my experience as a nurse, a registered nurse, and ultimately my experience from being a caregiver for my mom and my grandma. And that's where the name stems from. And everybody always asks me, what is this name? How do you even say it? What does it mean? And I think that it is the most important piece of this business is the name. And my mom and grandma, my grandma's name was Tina Tamming, and my mom's name was Yvonne de Voost. There's the connection of the name Tamvoes. They were, I took care of them for multiple years. I was one of their primary caregivers, and they have since passed away. Mom from a long, long battle of cancer, multiple myeloma, and grandma, she was 90. She was a trooper. She lived through a lot of different things, cancer, heart attacks, but eventually I think it was congestive heart failure that really was her end of her life disease, and they both passed away in 2020. But my experience caring for them was they were constantly repeating their story. I mean, how many times do you go yourself, right? Or me, go to a practitioner, whether it be in the medical system, hospital based, the allied health professionals, the dentist, you name it. How many times are you constantly repeating your story? I even witnessed my mom having to repeat her story in the last 10 days of her life. And I thought to myself, why is she telling her history when she is on palliative care, bed rest, to this registered nurse? It just didn't make sense to me. So I thought there needs to be a better way. There needs to be a more efficient way of sharing this information that you can actually just input it once and save it forever, and at the click of a button share it with a professional or a family member. So that was one piece of my journey through their healthcare struggles that drove me to build Tamvoes. And there's multiple other reasons that we can get into probably throughout this interview, but that was the main driving focus of Tamvoes, was to make patients' lives easier while they're struggling with such important pieces of their health. And it's the holistic health.
So how does your platform that you created, how does it work in the way that it really makes people's lives easier? How does it work?
Well, an individual can go on and create an account, meaning a free account that they can go and register and start keeping track of this information. They can create a journal entry of how they're feeling. They can create a journal entry of their next oncology appointment. They can create a journal entry of speaking to a therapist. They can keep a chronological journal of their life and have that information there. Even further, they can have a team where they have loved ones on their team. They have professionals on their team. They have other individuals on their team where once they create that event, they can easily share it with multiple people. So imagine me being at a doctor's appointment with my mom and all of my siblings want to understand what's going on. Well, I can easily type in that event, go and click all their names, and they get updated as to what's going on, as opposed to me having to pick up the phone and call every single one of them after that appointment. Then they go and they look, and then they can call me if they have some questions. That's where you can really get to the root of the problem as opposed to playing telephone. So that's one feature. They can also go on and create a health profile, right? So you can go and systematically input your health history and going forward, future health information, or somebody else can do it for you. Your professional can help you do it as well, but at least that's a running log of your health information. And the similarity with the journal is that at a click of a button, you can now share that with people on your team as well. And then they'll always have that.
So even the practitioner, for example, like when I work as a coach, like I could actually see entries that my clients leave in there and share with their other practitioners or doctors or whatever, and I see basically live what is going on in their lives.
Yeah, as a practitioner, you can do that as well. I mean, it's so important to see trends and to, the big thing is to be in a more health promotion, preventative state of ourselves. And even as a practitioner, or family member, monitoring that to see crisis before it happens. Yes. And be in, more preventative than reactive when something is to that point of crisis. So we can, be more health conscious during our journey.
That sounds really great, because what I'm also seeing is that you provide a platform when somebody wants to really go integratively and really promote their health through integrative methods. And it's all available, like all the information is available, and it's there. And as you say, you don't have to go through it over and over and over again. Like you see like what kind of supplements this person needs or is taking, and the mood and the behavior, and this is really wonderful. So for whom do you think is this platform really, really valuable or helpful, or who benefits the most of this?
So I would say somebody with some complex health issues to a certain extent. Those would be the people on this platform that would help them manage their holistic information. Mm-hmm. I'll revert back to my mom and my grandma. So my mom was, prior to being diagnosed with cancer, she was very much into integrative medicine. She would, do herbology, homeopathic, you name it. Like she was involved in that. So when she did get diagnosed with cancer suddenly in 2016, it was like a big wave of like, how did this happen to me, right? So she had to go the chemo route, or she chose to go the chemo route because it was life or death. That within weeks it was life or death. So she did do that, and then she chose to go the stem cell route. But during that entire period, she still continued with her vitamin C therapy, her homeopathy, her Reiki, all of those other integrative medicine modalities. And then she also went down chemo. Like she had to do some of the most severe chemo treatments, that I couldn't even imagine going through what she went through. Stem cell, being stuck in the hospital for months on end, and then even to go down to Mexico and then do a treatment there. So when I looked at her picture, and she was a very, very healthy 63-year-old, very independent, and she wanted to keep complete record of her health and really be proactive. So she would have benefited from this platform in such a holistic way, as opposed to just one direction. She would be able to communicate, send information, maybe become a part of a clinical trial because the information was all congested in one spot. So that my mom would have benefited from this, but then we look at the caregiver would have benefited from this as well. So it's that would be the people that would maybe see the most value out of it. But we are seeing younger generation benefit from it. You know, to empower younger people to start keeping a record at a young age. So you're not at the age of 40 getting diagnosed with something and having to go back to why or what, you know, like, so we are having younger generation sign up for the app and start managing their own information and taking control of it. So it's very empowering to see.
That's amazing. And like what I also want to know, because some of my clients are in the US or in Canada or even in Europe, like where are the people located, you know, who can join your platform? What is it, like local? Is it international?
It is actually international. So we are global. We have customers in Africa. We have customers in Germany. We have customers in India. We have customers in the United States and Mexico. So you can go on and create an account wherever you are and start sharing this information. That's the best thing about the platform is it's your platform. So there's no laws with you sharing your information. You should be able to share your information with multiple different people because it's yours. It's not other people sharing that information. So we are global and we are growing consistently because of the value that it provides to people and their health.
And what kind of practitioners do you have in the organization or have signed up? Like what do people find there when they sign up?
The practitioners that are signing up are someone like yourself, right? Cancer coaches wanting to, you know, help the big picture and understanding that it's not just one modality. It's, you know, when somebody gets diagnosed with cancer, they need a therapist. They need somebody to help them through that mental aspect of the depression side of it. And as you and I have discussed, cancer has that side, which is such an emotional side that your brain has such a power with your healing process, right? Whether it be through the EFT or yoga or, you know, all those other things that are so key for a person's health, right? So these types of people that understand that are the practitioners that are utilizing the professional site at this point in time. Also therapists, we see homeopathic, we see allied health professionals are starting to register. But to be quite honest, the excitement that I have is that hospitals are understanding the value of this. So they're seeing that there's a shift in the pendulum that individuals are needing their information. It's going to make the practitioners' lives easier if they are empowering the users with their information as well. So we're seeing a shift in that, and that's very exciting to see.
Oh my gosh, this is super exciting. Like I told you that from the beginning, I'm such a big fan of you and your organization, your team. It's just amazing. And because some people might be really worried a little bit about data security and how this all fits in, especially in today's world of like everybody needs to be careful where they share their data. How is that taken care of in Tamvoes?
Yeah, that's a great question. And of course, that is a worry about people registering and uploading files and sharing that information. And that was one of my concerns right from the beginning is to tackle this problem about security and make sure our customers feel like their information is safe. And
Hmm.
it is the web, so it's like always could be potentially a problem, but we took the most secure stance on our platform. So our company has a data center where we house our data through MedStack, and that is a HIPAA and PHIPAA compliant company that will secure the data in the cloud. And they are global as well. So they actually, if a country has the rules and regulations that the data center has to be in their country, then we just go to that country and that's where the data will sit. We took it a stance further and we partnered with a company called BlackBerry Spark. And BlackBerry Spark is a very secure transfer of information. So not only is the information housed securely, when you send a file to another professional that is on the Tamvoes platform, that is even very, very securely sent and then stored as well. So we've taken a lot of precaution in the security world. So
Yes. Wow. And then, so now let's make it more practical for people when they hear about this and say, wow, I really want to check this out. That might really help my life, make it so much easier, or especially as you say, caregivers. What's the first step? What can they do?
it's very easy. You go to www.tamvoes.com and you go to register account and you fill in some information, email, password. You go to register. Once your account is created, you'll get a verification email. You click verify, and then you will be able to log in with your email and password. And we just released an iOS app. We're coming to release the Android in the near months, but you can also download the app and have it on your device. It could be on your device through web as well. And then when you go to log in, you can go and you can start creating your team. You just send you go to my team and you send an email to connect with team members. They create an account and then you guys are all on the same team. You can start journal entry. You can fill out your health profile as soon as you log in. So it's very seamless to create an account.
And if anyone has any more questions, is there something like contact information to reach you, or some like your team, or some help?
For sure. So we have a team of 14, and we have a lot of people on our team that would help with somebody onboarding or the questions that they have. So just you can send them directly to myself or Madison. I would love to teach people how to use this and the full potential of it, because that's the biggest learning curve. Well, when I get on, what do I actually do? And you're like, well, this is one feature that could actually help you, or what are you struggling with the most? And this is, so I love to have that personal relationship with my customers and make sure they're able to use this service to the best of its potential.
And I also want to say, if people have questions, they can send questions to me, to you, and we could even do another video about this, answering those questions if it helps. Like, there are so many ways to get someone on board. It's really easy. This is really, I love this platform. I love your work. I love your vision. And is there anything more you would like the viewer to know about Tamvoes, or the possibility it provides?
Well, I would just say thank you, Mona. I'm all about gratitude, and I'm so happy to have met you and the work that you do. And I think there's a good future with our relationship and promoting the word of. The last thing I'll say is just what you're doing, what we're doing is to really empower that person with a health journey that is their desire, not somebody else's, but their desire. So we can coach them, we can provide tools for them, but I think what we're doing is the way of the future, and I'm super excited to have met you.
And it's likewise on my side too. It's all about integration and empowerment for the clients, and for like also individually. So I'm grateful for sure, like what you provide. This is amazing. So with this, I thank you, and maybe whatever will come will come, and I'm super happy to share this information. And I ask really everybody, if there are questions or comments, please reach out or leave comments. We are super happy to hear, because this is really our passion, to provide the best for your health and healing, and whatever you and your loved ones need to be better, to feel better, and to have the resources available to have a better life. And with this, I say thank you.
Thank you.